See, dear students, see, last time we started lesson number 4, that is moving charges and magnetism. Now we talked about, see, the Biot-Savart law. Okay, that is the first principle. Okay, we talked about current element. Okay, and the magnetic field produced, okay, by current carrying circular ring. Okay, now we have to proceed further. Now see, today we start with the Lorentz force. Okay, now see, when a charged particle moves in magnetic field with velocity v, okay, see, the force acting is F m is q v cross v. Okay, now see, the magnetic force denoted as Fm. See, the v is the velocity, v is the magnetic field. We can see here is a vector product. Now see, what is the property of a vector product? Suppose velocity is v and magnetic field will be v, then the force will be perpendicular. That is given by the right hand screw rule, or that is by the property of the vector product. Now suppose in the same region, if electric field E is prevailing, in the same region, then Fe is given as QE. Okay, that is electric force. Now see, sum of the electric force and the magnetic force is called Lorentz force. That is Fe plus Fm. Okay, Q v cross v. So this is how we can obtain the equation of the Lorentz force. That is the force acting on a charged particle placed in a magnetic field. Now see, the direction of Fm, that is magnetic force, will be in a plane, will be in a direction perpendicular to plane formed by V and B. Suppose, see, the plane formed by V and B is this, then the magnetic field will be perpendicular to. That is property of the vector. Now next we have to derive the equation. Okay, next we have to derive the equation of a force acting on, okay, current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field. Okay, next we have to obtain, see, the current carrying conductor placed in a magnet. Now this can be asked in 2 mark question. Force acting on current okay. So in that case we will take some help of a current electricity formulas also. Now say, let us say, where is long conductor. Okay, see, the current is I. Okay, current is I. Now see, consider a small section of length dl. Okay, now see, what is n is a number density. Okay, now let us say A is the cross section area. dl is the length. Okay, now see, what will be the volume? Volume is area into length plus dl. Now n is a number density, so that suggests that, see, in 1 meter cube charge, 1 meter cube volume, sorry, n number of charges. So A into dl, what is the total number of charge? that is A into dl. Okay. Now see, the Q is the charge, so total charge will be Na dl into Q. Okay. Now force will be Q V cross B Na. See, that we have seen just now. Okay. Now see, current density J is equal to N Q V D. Okay. J is equal to N E V D. See, we used to write like this. J is equal to N E V D. Instead we write N Q. Okay. Now J is I upon A is N Q. Okay. So I is equal to N Q V D A. Now let us check all these terms are here or not. Yes. See, N is there. Q also is there. Okay. C or VD is also there, and okay, area is also there. Okay, so that will become F is equal to I dl cross B. Okay, that will become F is equal to I dl cross B. Now, see, this is a force acting on a current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field for a very small section. Okay, now let us say we can call as df also or F also. See, the total force F total can be obtained by taking summation of all these sigma. Okay, suppose I consider dl section like this or this or this. We can have as many number of sections. So if I add this force, we get total force I dl cross B. Now see, sum of this all length will make the total length of the conductor, let us say L. Okay, total length of the conductor. So we can write F is equal to F total is I L cross B. Okay. This is the formula for the force acting on a current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field. See, in terms of the equation, very useful. See, as I told in the beginning of the lesson, but if we remember this, we can easily find out the unit and dimension of the magnetic field. See, let me take it again so it will be easy for you to remember. See, if I write only the scalar part, it is F is equal to ILB. So B is equal to F upon IL, that is Newton upon ampere meter. And if I write unit also, dimension, sorry, M1 L1 T minus 2, current is A1, meter is L1, M1. Okay, so by using this formula, we can easily remember the unit and dimension of magnetic field. Okay, so this is about the equation of a force acting on a current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field. So now next we have to see about motion of a charged particle. Okay, motion of a charged particle placed normal to the magnetic field. Okay, now for simplicity we consider uniform magnetic field. Okay, for simplicity we consider uniform magnetic field. Let us say the uniform magnetic field is uniform magnetic field is shown like this. Now see, when a charged particle moves normal to the field, when a charged particle moves normal to the field, see, it experiences a force. See, what is the formula we have studied? F is equal to Q V cross B. Now if charged particle is perpendicular to magnetic field, we have seen the force is maximum. So in that case, QVB sin 90 is 1. Okay, now see it is being observed that when a charged particle moves normal to the magnetic field, see it will perform uniform circular motion. Here also, see the force will be, now let us say the field is going like this is a velocity, so you can see the perpendicular to this will be toward the center. So that will be a centripetal force. See, a particle experiences centripetal force. Now recall the equation of the centripetal force. See, we studied like this: F is equal to ma. Centripetal acceleration that we have studied in the uniform circular motion is v square by r, mv square by r. Okay, that is the formula for the centripetal force we have studied earlier. But right now we consider centripetal force F is mv square by r. Now this also is force, so we can compare. Okay, comparing 1 and 2, mv square upon r. We can say mv by r is qb. Okay, so mv is equal to qrb. What do this suggest? See, the velocity of a charged particle and the radius of the circular motion are proportional to each other. Okay, velocity of the particle increases, then the radius of the circular motion will increase. Now, see, we have to find out the periodic time and the frequency also. Now, as the particle moves on a circular path, okay, now what is the periodic time? Now we know V is equal to R omega M. R omega is R QB. See, M into omega is QB. Omega is QB upon M. Now recall omega is 2 pi F. We write like this: nu. Frequency is QB upon. See, the frequency do not depend on the velocity. Okay, frequency, radius of the circular path depend on the velocity, but frequency equation know where the velocity is coming. Or periodic time, T is 1 upon nu or 1 upon F. T is 2 pi M upon. Okay, so what we have discussed, see, when a charged particle moves normal or perpendicular to magnetic field, see, it performs circular motion. See, centripetal force is that. Okay, from that we have obtained, we have shown that the speed and velocity are related to each other. We obtain the equation of frequency, okay, of this circular motion and the periodic time. Okay, so this is about the motion of a charged particle placed in a charged particle moving in a magnetic field. Now, see some important derivation that will be useful to you for solving MCQ or numerical. Now, just now we have seen this will be useful for MCQ. See, mv is equal to rqb. Okay, now we know momentum P is equal to mv. Okay, so P is equal to rqb. Now, see what is the relation between kinetic energy and momentum. See, K is equal to P square by 2m. So P square is 2km. What is K here? Kinetic energy. Okay, and P is equal to. Okay, so we can obtain relation RQB is root 2km by N. Okay. Now for a given field, and kinetic energy, 2 is already a constant term, R is root m by 2. Okay, this will be a useful formula, okay, for solving MCQ or numerical. Now see, this is about the motion of a charged particle in a magnetic field. Now sometimes you accelerate charge by some voltage. Let us say, let Q charge is accelerated by voltage V. Now see the formula we have studied. See the energy or work is QV. Here remember capital V is voltage. Okay, capital. Now see the kinetic energy is 1 by 2 mv square. Okay, kinetic energy is 1 by 2 mv square. Now both are same. See here we have studied mv is equal to rqv. Okay, so v is equal to rqv by m. Okay, so what will be v square value? R square q square. Okay, now we substitute this value here. The kinetic energy is 1 by 2 m. See v square will be r square q square by m square. Okay, now this L will get cancelled. Kinetic energy r square q square v square by 2. Now we have seen W is equal to QV also is the energy. This is also kinetic energy. Now if I compare again, okay, that is r square q square b square by 2m is QV. Okay, now what we see here, one of the q will get cancelled. Okay, one of the q will get cancelled. So it will be r square v r square q v b square okay. So r is equal to, now see for a given magnetic field B and voltage. Okay, see for a given magnetic field and a voltage, R will be proportional to M upon Q. See, earlier we proved that R is equal to, see the resemblance. Okay, these are two useful formula for solving MCQ and numerical. That's why we are using this. So this is how we can say when a charged particle is accelerated by some voltage, it will attain some energy. In that case, see the relation between radius, charge and the mass can be obtained like this. Okay, so this part is not given in the textbook, but see this is important. Okay, this is important for the MCQ and numerical. That's why we are using this. Okay, now see a device which works on the principle we have discussed. If whenever charged particle moves normal to the field, it performs circular motion. See a device we have to discuss is called cyclotron. Okay, see a cyclotron is a device to accelerate Okay, a cyclotron is a device to accelerate charged particles. Now we have seen F is equal to Q VV, F is equal to mv square by R, mv square by R is Q VV, mv by R is Q VV. We establish this relation. Okay, we establish this relation that is speed is proportional to radius. Now we also discussed that the frequency is not proportional, do not depend on the radius. Why? mv is equal to r omega. Okay, so again r is cancelled. M omega is 2 pi r. So what we see here, that the frequency is independent of the speed or radius. Now by using the same principle, the device called cyclotron is prepared. See, a cyclotron is a device to accelerate charged particle. Now see how it works. Basically it is used to accelerate positively charged particles. Okay. Now see it is why? Because see the mass of the charged particle is very less. So we do make some arrangement. It is in a vacuum. Now let us say the D-shaped device. See the whole arrangement is kept in a vacuum. This is an English D shape, that is called D double E. Okay, that's why it is called a D double E. Now, just now we derived the frequency equation for the frequency. See this device is provided with the AC source, or we say an oscillator. Now this is oscillator. See, oscillator is a device which can produce a signal of desired frequency. Okay, now see we'll study about cathode ray oscilloscope, CRO. See your ECG graph, ECG machine. What do you see with the doctors is also one sort of frequency generator. See, that will produce the signals according to our heartbeat. So oscillator basically is a device to produce the frequency signal of desired frequency. Now see that here there are two sources. One is a magnetic field. Now see the uniform magnetic field is like this. Okay, book it is mentioned dot, so we also mention dots also. So equally spaced, that shows see the uniform magnetic field. Okay, now see this shows that uniform magnetic field is there. See two fields, one is a magnetic field and one is an electric field. Our oscillator gives basically electric field. Now how do the device works? Naturally we know the oscillator is an AC signal. See, value will continuously changing. Okay, one end will be positive and one end will be negative. Suppose the frequency is 50 Hz, we have studied earlier, in 1 second it will change by 50 times. Now how do it accelerate the charge? Okay, how do it accelerate the charge? Let us say, see a positive charge particle is placed here. See, between plus and a plus there will be repulsive force. Between plus and minus there will be attractive force. See, what is the resultant force? Okay, force is a vector quantity. See, the direction will be like this. Now see in the next half cycle, see the polarity is changed. Now see here, this is a positively charged particle again. Plus and plus will be repulsion, plus and minus will be attraction. So what is the net force? Like this. So what you can see, compared to earlier cycle, the direction of the force is changed. So here, see, just we play table tennis, the direction of ball is changing. Here, the direction of force is also changing. Now we know F is equal to ma. See, accelerated motion. See, the velocity of the particle increases, and we have studied or proved here earlier mvr is qb. Okay, mv is equal to rqb. Sorry, mv is equal to rqb. So with the increase in velocity, the radius of the circular path will increase. So the particle move on a circular path like this. Here we assume that the velocity increases, that means it is accelerated motion. So the velocity of the particle increases. That is nothing but it is the particle is being accelerated. Once we attain sufficient velocity, once the charged particle attains sufficient velocity, see here there is a arrangement is kept. That is a deflector. Okay, here there is a deflector. Okay, see, as the deflection plate will change the direction, and there is an exit port. Okay, there is an exit port provided here, from which we can take the charged particle out. Okay, from which we can take the charged particle out. So this is how a device works. Okay, now we have obtained the equation of the frequency required. That frequency will be required for this oscillator also, or the frequency of the oscillator will be equal to frequency we obtained by in the equation. So this is a device which is very useful to accelerate the charged particle, especially positively charged particle. See, negatively charged particle like electron, we have a device called synchrotron. Now see, the cyclotron has a number of application. A cyclotron has a number of application. See, it is used in ion implantation. Okay, ion implantation of the solids. Okay, now to prepare radioactive substance. Okay, so first application is ion implantation in solid. Okay, this can be used to prepare, to synthesize new material also. Okay, this can be used to synthesize new material. Okay, now it is useful in nuclear reaction. Okay, it is useful in nuclear reaction. So now this is about the principle of cyclotron. Okay, now next we have to calculate the kinetic energy of the charged particle also. Okay, now that we have derived earlier. Now see here, we have seen mv square upon r is qvb. mv upon r is qb. v is equal to r qb by m. v square will be r square. Okay, we derive equation for kinetic energy of the charged particle. Kinetic energy is 1 by 2 mv square, 1 by 2 m r square q square b square by m square. See, one of the m will get cancelled. Okay, so kinetic energy Okay, so this will be a useful equation in solving the MCQ or numerical also. See in our textbook also some examples or MCQ, okay, or exercise numericals are based on this. So this is about the cyclotron. Cyclotron is a device to accelerate charged particle. See, we have seen it construction and working. So basically in a uniform magnetic field is provided. See, two D-shaped devices are kept in a uniform magnetic field. See, a AC source is provided. That is, AC source will be in terms of an oscillator. See, that will provide energy, okay, to the charged particle. See, the magnetic field changes the direction and the electric field gives the energy. So a cyclotron basically is a device to accelerate charged particle. See, we have this is construction and working, and the equation of the radius and the kinetic energy. Okay, next time we'll proceed further.